Welcome everyone to Spillin the Tea with Estee and Marlene, where we serve the hottest tea. Join me and my baby stripper voice.
And me welcoming you all to eavesdrop onto our uncensored opinions. This platform is used to inform, laugh, and potentially inspire others to speak out about things we may all be thinking about but are too afraid to say out loud.
And don't forget, babes, if the shoe fits, wear it. Alright guys, welcome back to Spilling the Tea with Estee.
And Marlene.
As you can see, we have a new setup.
Yes.
We keep evolving and changing.
What was I say? Evolving, changing in my...
Yeah, we keep evolving to different corners.
Maybe like that's how you know how versatile my apartment is.
It's one of the biggest apartments I know.
Oh, thank you. That's a lot for somebody that lives in New York.
Yeah. That's how you know you got prime real estate.
Thank you. Only because I'm in the Bronx. Anyways.
Uh-huh.
Was that shade?
It wasn't.
Okay. First of all, we talk a lot of shit. But one thing I want to point out that you brought to my attention is that we're almost...
Well, this is 49.
I know, so we're almost at 50 episodes.
Yeah.
And we started this creative venture together in what? Last year?
I think so. I think it's been like a full year and a half.
Yeah. So, yay to us. Like, I just want to point
always struggled.
After all the struggles, after the audio, after setup, video, quality,
de todo.
We have.
I think we're finding our groove.
Yeah. Also, like topics, engaging audience. It's been a journey.
Yeah.
But I'm very happy to be here.
Same.
But let's talk about a dream you had this week.
Oh yeah.
Involving me.
It was involving your boyfriend, actually.
Okay.
It wasn't a sex dream. Imagine
that would be weird. Imagine I had a sex dream with your man.
So basically, we were supposed to go out, and we met up, and we were like out having fun.
So me, you,
your boyfriend, and I think other people were there.
Okay.
I remember. I mean, it was a dream, so like there was other people there.
Okay.
And then he said, "Oh, I invited X, Y, and Z."
Okay.
And that I was just like, "Why would you invite people? Like, why would you invite them?" And he was like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "You don't invite people to something I planned." Like, I think the outing was that like I planned it and I said, "Let's go to this bar, let's do this." Like, it was like my event. And I was like, "Why would you invite someone to my event?" And he was like, "I don't understand what's wrong." And I was like, "That is what's wrong. You invited someone to my event." And
but the bar's for
but the
everybody?
bar is public. But he invited him to my event, and then like I was like really upset. And then I woke up and I told Marlene that.
And then I said, "It's funny because we were just talking about you this weekend, and he was defending you to the core." Mm-hmm. And I was just like, how funny is it that you're about to like come down this man's throat on your dream and he's here defending you in real life. So I was like, you know, like that shows me that you're really like ride or die for me, first off. Yeah. And then also that you don't like stragglers, you don't like strays. I hate a stray.
Like it's not that I do hate a stray actually. I don't like to be surprised with people.
You don't like surprises.
I don't like surprises in general, but I don't like to be surprised with people. If you tell me it is going to be me, you, fulanita, fulanito, and fulanito's cousin, I'm ready, I'm game, I'm fine. But if fulanito invites 4 of his people and I wasn't made aware, that's when I start to get upset. Because I don't like strays. I don't like strangers. I don't like randoms.
Note to self, never invite.
Well, just let me know. Hey, I am going to be inviting these people tonight. And I'll be like, okay, cool. Like, sure. At least like I'm prepared. Like if they show up, I'm just like, why are they here?
Have you ever questioned somebody's inviting?
All the time.
Like, why would you mesh this group and this group together?
Yeah. So I had a friend that you couldn't invite her What in Colombia we say el chicle. You couldn't invite her with not even el chicle. It was like her pack of gum. Like she always brought
She
up.
came with the crew.
She came with a crew. I actually have two friends like that. And I've spoken to them, and they know the deal.
Okay.
But this
They know
girl,
not to bring the crew.
yeah. So this girl would always be like, pulls up with this girl, this guy, and it's like, this was an intimate outing. Now we have 7 more people that I don't really know. Like, no. And I was always like very. She's also the type that like, we would go out, and then she's so friendly. She would be like, "Oh my God, this is Vanessa. I just met her at the bathroom," and I'm like, and then, "Vanessa, thank you. You're dismissed. Um, Vanessa, please leave. You're dismissed. Don't fucking talk to Vanessa. Like, stop talking to strangers. Don't bring them around me." So I told her that many times, and she got the hint.
It's funny that you say this.
I don't bring strangers around.
Strangers are called to you like a moth to a flame. Because every time we go out, you're always going to be adopted by a group of new girls
Or guys.
or guys. It always happens. So I'm just here very much appalled that you don't like strangers because when you're drunk,
Okay, that's a different person.
what's your alter ego?
That's I don't know his name yet, but that's different. He's very friendly.
You stank.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Especially like if you have like a section and then they bring in no section Vanessa.
Aye.
No, babe.
You didn't pay for this bottle.
Unless you fucking Vanessa, which she wasn't, then Vanessa's not here needed. But yeah, I hate a stray. I hate when people just like pull up with like extra people. I'm a person that just hates surprises. I like to know
Yeah,
everything
you don't like. You don't
everything
like.
I'm walking into.
You like to control it.
In that sense, yeah.
You like to control the
I like to
atmosphere
control
that-
my environment.
Okay. You feel unsettled.
Like one time I threw like a birthday dinner and somebody brought a friend and didn't tell me. And my reservation was for 10 and it was 11 and I was flipping out. I was like, why would you invite this person? They didn't tell me. Like, there's 10 seats. Now we have to get an 11th seat. As if we weren't in a restaurant that had like plenty of chairs. But again, it just throws off the thing because now it's 10. We have to put 11 somewhere. Some people are going to be uncomfortable.
That's true.
So I was very upset with your boyfriend that he brought
In your dream.
I was very upset with your boyfriend that he brought those random people to my gathering, did not consult me, and that you also didn't consult me. I was very upset.
Okay. Well, dream me and dream my man.
You and the Inception, yeah, you guys are sorry.
We're sorry. Talking about friends, we went out last week
Yeah.
with our group of our lovely dear friends.
Yeah.
And we got a little lit.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to say that I really tried in a mindset. I went that I was going to have some rosé. But once I saw that you guys already had ordered a picture of tequila,
Mm-hmm.
rosé where? Like, rosé went out the window.
It just financially made sense.
It's financially, you were responsible.
Yeah.
I think I like that.
It was. It just financially made sense. A drink is what, $21?
Mm-hmm.
A big picture was $80. And that brought like enough drinks for for multiple drinks per person. Meanwhile, everybody was gonna order one drink, 21. No, it just financially made sense.
Financially, we got
Uncle
drunk.
Sam would be proud.
So financially, we got drunk because it was financially responsible.
It was. I think we paid very little for
I think it was
everything
good.
we got. Yeah.
But I want to point out, drunk us
Again, I don't know him.
made 100 plans
Mm-hmm.
within the 2-week mark, and none of us remember any of the plans.
Also, another thing about me is that sober me, you tell me you want to hang out Saturday. I kind of check my schedule and be like, all right, so if I go over her Saturday, I'm also going out Friday. That means I don't get alone time. So I'm going to be like, no, I can't go out Saturday because I'm already going out Friday. And I definitely can't go out Sunday. But
You usually don't go out on Sundays.
I usually go on Sundays and I try to only go out like
One day out of the weekend,
One day out of the
which I'm
weekend.
trying to do more
The
of.
rest, I stay my ass home. I can't do two activities. Like today, I did the most.
You want to tell us?
So today,
You were Jewish.
I was, off from employment. And, like, I just jam-packed my day. I was like, my friend wanted to go thrifting. I wanted to go thrifting. I have a couple of appointments. I went to my dermatologist. I had to come here and record.
You did a
I
lot,
did a
and
lot.
you visited a few boroughs.
I did.
Who are you?
You. Well, yeah, well, I'll tell you about my dermatologist
Yeah.
because it's just like a little funny segue.
Yeah.
So I started taking this new medication, and the supposed side effects are erectile dysfunction, but they said it's like a 0.1% chance that anybody suffers erectile dysfunction.
Uh huh.
So I was like, I would never be like, it can't be me. So then I was like, yeah, sure. So I got on the medication and I have to go for my follow up. And like, you start Googling like
Yeah, Google
stuff.
is the worst.
And like, I hate when you Google like something and like it just always comes out with like the worst answers. Like it'll be like, did you get erectile dysfunction from this medicine? And then people will be like, my dick fell off. Or like sometimes you Google like, I have a cough and like a little pain in my stomach, and Google says you died 2 weeks ago. So I kind of Googled, but I was like, whatever. So I went to the doctor.
Wait, when you Google, what did it say? That your dick was gonna fall off?
Did somebody said like it was not working, this and that, like some
Wow.
crazy shit. That they got off it right away.
I know.
So then
God bless.
I went to a doctor and he was like, "Is everything fine?" I was like, "Everything's great." He was like, "Have you had any side effects?" I was like, "Everything's working just fine. Everything's working just fine.
Again, I still get hard.
It works.
I'm still playing with myself.
Mm-hmm.
Just fine.
Just great." But they said it was like a 0.1% chance.
I mean, is
And
your
like,
doctor's attractive?
uh, for someone who finds him attractive.
Okay.
But yeah, like I feel like I'm usually good with odds. Like I never got COVID.
God bless.
Yeah,
I have twice.
yeah.
It's not fun.
I never got the COVID. Um, yeah. I think I like my odds.
I'm like, you're pretty good. Your system is your odds, your luck, whatever it is, God bless. They're
Mm-hmm.
watching over you.
Oh wait, so back to the girls. So we made a lot of plans. Nobody can remember, so everybody was texting for the next. Wait, so what are we doing on this day? Are we going out on this day? Some girls like committed to doing stuff, and some other girls were like, "Oh shit, like never mind."
We all then looked at our calendars and we're like, we can't do those things. Or we just can't commit.
Yeah.
And I just want to say that, like, if you're going to make friends, if, at this point of your life, when we're in our 30s, when you make plans, like, you actually, like, commit to the plans because you don't really see each other that much. So when you're going to make plans, just don't make it drunk.
Also, like, they were like talking about like for Halloween weekend, like 4 bars. I was like, when are we going to 4 bars? Barely want to go to one, let alone four.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I feel like I would have went out if like I had like a nice section or like a bar with like something that's a little more set up. I just feel like I'm not young anymore.
Oh, I can't stand.
Yeah, I can't stand as long anymore.
Yeah, no, I have to sit down and I have to get up for when my song plays, and then I'm sitting my ass right back down.
Exactly. So I'm good. But for any of those that are out for Halloween, enjoy. Stay safe.
Enjoy. Yeah.
Um, but we also were talking about well, my first of all, I want to say that I have a little rant about my mom. My mom thinks that I'm a secretary. So this month, she decides that I am a hiring manager. And she keeps sending me WhatsApp voice notes. Like, oh, mira.
I hate a WhatsApp voice now.
Yeah, when she sends me a WhatsApp voice note more than 5 seconds, I already know that she's asking for something.
I was trying to schedule like Botox and all of that stuff, and my lady sends me
WhatsApp?
WhatsApp and she sends me voice notes, and I was like, okay, but like, if I have to refer back to like a date, a time, or a price, I have to listen to a whole voice note. And then my lady, she's great, but she's Colombian. So, her voice notes are like,
Oh,
Hola, mi amor, ¿cómo está? And like, it's like 50 seconds on the voice note of just catching up with her. Then she gives me the thing, and then she says bye for another 50. So the voice note is 3 minutes, and like, what I needed was like right in the middle.
not for nothing. Your people, they be stretching. And that's who you talk to because I know that there's like Colombians que son paisanos,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's like some that are from the city.
Mm-hmm.
But like at my job, like I just be so stressed when I talk to Colombian women and precisely because they just like everything is so
You
long.
just want to be like, bitch, spit it out.
And I'm just more like I'm Dominican, so everything is like ahora, like
And
what
then,
is it?
and then for you, it's like, okay, slow it down because I didn't get half your sentence.
Exactly. If you're Dominican, and I'm like, wait. If I'm
Yeah.
talking to a Dominican, so but anyways, she sends me a voice note and she's like, "Oh, like, you're such a smart girl. You speak
When they start
English."
complimenting you, you know the favors come in.
It's like, if you know of anybody that's hiring, there's this girl that I really want to like try to see if I can help her. And I was like, since when we're doing charity? Since when? Like, I was like, this is not the early 2000s.
Astray.
And she thinks that I'm a hiring manager. So now every week she would like send me a voice note about the same girl. And then this week she sends me two referrals now. She's like, "Oh, I met this other lady." And I was just like, I had to call her and I had to be like, "Yo, nobody, I'm not here to resolve nobody's problem. Nobody's problem is resolving mine." I like literally had to tell her like, "I need you to calm down."
And this is like, no offense to people, but like, people in our career level, we're no longer working like
Mhm.
a job that we don't care about. Like, when you worked in like retail, when you worked in like,
It was
it
different.
was different. It's like, oh, yeah, like, I'll get her a job. Like, she could fold clothes, or like, we both fold clothes. Now it's like you have a career
Yep.
that you have to like double think who you're gonna bring on because um, it's your name on the line.
Exactly. And you don't just refer just anybody, especially, I mean, no offense, like this person like isn't strong in English speaking. So I'm like, she literally has to get a job like at a supermarket or like in a community that's like predominantly that language that she speaks.
Like a boutique in 82nd,
Whatever. The boutique on 82nd.
Beverly Boutique,
I'm like, I'm trying to think about the boutique that my mom used to go to.
Diva, Beverly Boutique, Pretty Girl.
No, my mom didn't do that.
Okay, well, the girl could work there.
Yeah. But that's what I was trying to tell her. I was like, she can work like supermarkets and like, but things that she doesn't have to face and talk to the public because her English is not great. I was like, what she really needs to do is get some English classes. And then the person was there when I was calling. I called my mom, and I was like, put me on speaker.
Or if she wants to be like a true like YOLO, she needs to get a job and just learn English through work. That's how many a lot of people did it.
Exactly. But I just had to have like a little rant because my mom, she'd be thinking that like I'm her secretary, I'm a hiring manager, that I'm everything to her, and I'm just like I'm just a millennial
Trying to
first
make it.
trying to make it out here, and you're here stressing my life at 9:05 when I'm already stressed about working.
Yeah.
So, but talking about that, you don't refer just anybody nowadays into a job, a referral, a reference, none of that.
That your name is
Well, I
attached.
am not.
That your name is attached to it. No.
Yeah. So then I started thinking, would we refer our friends to our jobs?
Depends which friend.
Okay.
Wait, you want me to name them?
No,
Oh,
I'm
I was
like,
like, you want me to name
no,
them?
I'm like, okay. I mean, me personally, like, there's very few people that I'm gonna refer, and only I'm gonna refer because I know their work ethic. That's the only reason why. If not, if I know that I'm like even having a little inkling of like you just not gonna be not that you have to do the most, but that you're not gonna make me look good, I'm good.
Yeah.
So I would say like, have you ever had someone wanting to get a referral to your job and you were just like, not really?
Um, I don't know. I don't. Maybe when I worked in retail, people would be like, "Can you get me a job?" And I was just like,
You don't want to work here.
I was like, "Well, that you don't want to work here." I was like, "Apply online." Um, no, not really. But I do have a friend
Mhm.
that her she worked at this one company
Mhm.
and she was very well liked. And her sibling
Hmm.
told their partner to apply at said company.
Okay.
So the partner applied, and then the sibling of my friend said, use my friend's name. Oh, well, use her name
Yeah.
to get it. But they never told her. Never told her. So the partner put, this is my, well, I was going to
Sister-in-law.
say sibling in law, but
Uh.
sister in law.
Uh.
This is my sister in law.
Yo.
Whatever. So then the hiring manager came to my friend and said,
Do you know this person?
your brother-in-law interviewed. Um, we like him. This and that. She's like, I'm sorry, who? And they were like, your brother-in-law, like X, Y, and Z name. And she was like, yeah, okay. They ended up hiring him. They never told her like, hey, like, we use your name. This person just started, and then he was just caught on the job doing drugs and being like doped out and all of that, and they gave him a chance because they respected my friend, but eventually they pulled her aside and they're like, we're so sorry we have to fire your brother-in-law, but this is something we can't accept. And she was like, do it. Like, what the fuck? Like,
Because that's the reason why I never referred him in the first place. Oh my god. Wow. That went extremely left quickly. I think actually I did refer. I referred a family member one time.
well, you referred me.
I referred
Yeah,
you.
you referred me to a job, but,
Yeah, because I was leaving my job and I didn't want to leave my old boss high and dry.
and you should have. She was a fucking cunt.
So me being a nice person, I said, hey, by the way, like I'm gonna be leaving this job because I got a job in my field that I went to school for. So I was in corporate at that time, and I was like, oh, like this is like not that bad of a job. It comes with okay benefits, and I knew that you were looking for something better. So then I referred you and then somebody else,
Mm-hmm.
and yo, that wasn't. I should have signed you up for what? What was coming?
She, I'm gonna say it to teacups. She was a cunt.
She was very difficult. She was, I feel like
You
a
can
little
say
nice.
it. You can
She
say
was.
the word cunt.
No, I can't. I'm not gay.
No,
I
this
feel
is
like the gays they
no,
can say whatever.
no, but this is not the gay cunt like Queen. She was a cunt.
No, she was awful. Like
She was a cunt.
I feel like she was a little nicer to me, a tad bit, but like the way she teaches is like she just wants you to know, and she wants you to know how she does it. And for that, you need to teach me specific skills. So she would tell me to do something, and then I would write it down,
and
and
then
then
she'll
she's like,
switch it,
and then she'll be like, "Oh, that's not what I said," and I'm
and it's
like,
like, no, I wrote it down.
so then me, I was like mad new to corporate, so I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna like argue with her. I'm gonna just fix it.
Oh, I did argue with her.
And then you came, and she probably was like, oh, let me just like go with the guy for once, and she got a little bit of her own medicine.
I was this close to cutting her hair, and you know why?
Why?
Because her hair was up to her ass, and she said, I made my mother a promise when she passed away that I would never cut my hair. And I was like, well, fuck me, bitch, and I will give you a bob. Give that bitch a bob.
Funny enough, she was fired from that company after.
She was.
So like I was like, Karma's a bitch. Like
Yeah.
she was so nasty to everybody, and I remember, and she's like the type of person that would be like, per my last email, attach the email that she said whatever she said, and then she would be like, she's like, no, do it like me. Like I would have to do it like her too, and I'm like, these people are gonna hate me for no reason,
Because we hated her.
and I was just like, Yeah, but she was horrible.
I just wanted it to be known that she got fired and I stayed at the job for 7 years.
Her karma.
And she got fired.
She got fired,
And
yeah.
I'm not a person that holds grudges.
You're not.
But I hold grudge to her.
So if you saw her out in the street, what if you saw her like driving and you could pull up to the red stop? To a red light?
If it was legal to run her over, I would. But it's...
I don't think you should be saying that on camera.
Well, if it was legal, it's not, so I'm not going to. But if you could legally give her a love tap, like, bloop, I would.
I think you're better off cutting her hair.
Listen, if I saw that bitch on fire, I wouldn't even pee on her. I wouldn't even spit on her. I can't stand her.
She was just... Well, what the funny thing is that you didn't work under her for some time.
I didn't work. I only worked with her under 3 months.
3 months, and then
it was enough. And I'm like Cardi B, how she goes like, once the bitch got big for me, she's gonna be with me forever. That's me. Because I don't hold grudges, but once I do, baby, like I am gonna die on this hill. You need to bury me. Get my funeral ready, cause I hate this bitch, and I am gonna die in this hill.
She's just was so miserable that even after you did not work with her directly under her, and you were in another department, she still tried to make your life
miserable.
But then you used to fuck with her back.
But you see, like, I'm not you. I'm not the bigger person. I'm also ignorant. So I used to fuck with her back. And one time we went to dinner, and I was like, move my seat because I'm not sitting next to her. I don't want to sit next to her. And I said she was next to me.
And what she said?
She just looked at me, and I
with a face. She had
she
had
looked
the
at me
only
with this
troll
She
face.
looked at me with this face, and I was like, I don't want to sit next to this fucking bitch, this fucking bum bitch. And I sat like right diagonal across from her. Yeah.
You had some memories.
No, yeah, I fucked with her right back.
Yeah, but
like, you wanna fuck with me, bitch? I am gonna fuck with you harder.
You did.
And I did.
But you know what? I was trying to do a good deed for her. Instead,
but you did it for me.
I kind of fucked you over for 3 months.
Yeah.
But then you...
I got a job for a good 7 years.
A long time, yeah. So, and they loved you.
They did, until they didn't.
Yeah. So, that was our story of like how I did a referral.
Yeah.
But the boss was just... Yeah.
Anybody who knows her would agree that she is a cunt.
If you know her.
C-U-N-T. If people who don't know how to spell.
But there are not a lot of my friends that I would recommend. And that says a lot. That means that I don't trust your work ethics.
Or you just don't know it.
Or I don't know it. Yeah, if I don't know your work ethics at all, that's something else that I won't refer. But you know what I don't like? A person that is like, yeah, send the resume. And then they don't even like have no intentions of like doing the referral. And the person that's waiting to see if they could get a job, they're just waiting on them. Well, just be upfront about it.
Well, that's where they fuck up because they should just not be waiting. They should keep doing other shit.
También.
You can't put your eggs in one basket.
In this economy, you can't. You need to have at least 2 to 3 flows of income.
Okay, well, it's a little hard, but at least you can apply to a couple jobs a day.
Basic. What I was going to say. I also want to say I went to a Giants game. Mm-hmm. And that was a lot of fun. It's the first time I went tailgating. And at first I was like a little apprehensive because I'm like, oh, like what are we going to do there? Like mad early before the game and like just looking at each other. But actually it was really fun.
Yeah, it's like a whole party.
It's like a whole party outside of the field. We got fucked up. We had, it was my partner's sister. And she like had everything organized. She had like brought pinchos. She brought hot dogs. She had like a little grill. We had cocktails. They had like little sponsored like, what is it? Booths where we could get like free shit and like do little activities. So it was fun. But we were so fucked up. First of all, it was my fault. Because we already had like 2 to 3 shots. And then I came back from the bathroom and I was like, let's do some more shots. And they were like, woo! And then that last shot is what took it over the edge.
And who drove?
She drove and my man drove.
Okay.
So we had 5 hours to get drunk, get lit, and then sober the fuck up. Mm-hmm. But when I drink, I just go to sleep. So we went to watch the game. We were seated, and she was like, we were like at the first row of a section, and she was taking a picture, and literally, I don't know if she just like didn't feel her fingers. The phone dropped to the second level, and my boyfriend goes, "Yo, she dead ass dropped her phone," and I was like, "Nah, you lying?" And she's like, "No, she dead ass dropped the phone." Luckily, a good Samaritan gave it to the security guard, and then the security guard brought it up.
Oh, that's nice. That was God.
Yeah, that was the first incident.
She dropped it a couple times.
No, no, no. The second incident is that my partner then realizes that he doesn't have his car fob.
Oh.
So then, us kind of drunk,
For a hot second, I was like, "What the fuck is a car fob?"
the key.
Yeah, I have that, but I was like,
So for so he's like checking, and he's like checking my thing, and I'm like, I don't have it. Like, where did you put it? Did you take it back from the scanning machine? Because you got to go in through the scanners. And I was like, he's like, maybe I left it. So then we went to Lost and Found. Then we were there like for 10 minutes, and he was freaking out because that's what he does. And then he's like, I'm gonna have to go back home, drive 40 minutes to get the second key to come back. And I was just like, well, if that's what he said happened, then that's what will happen. Luckily, somebody found the key downstairs.
another good Samaritan.
Another good Samaritan found the key, or I think security, and then we were able to go home.
Okay.
But you guys, if you're gonna go to these games,
Take an Uber.
Take
the
an Uber.
train.
Yeah, take an Uber, or if you're gonna tailgate, like, don't overdo it. So I had a great time, but the next day I was very disoriented.
Mm-hmm.
You know that like hangover that you're just like that. So that was a lot of fun. But yeah. Anything? Did you do anything this weekend or last weekend?
I don't think so.
You know what you love to do? Be home on a Saturday with a face mask.
With a face mask, with eye patches, watching The Conjuring. Like, that's just really how I thrive.
But we need to get you out there.
There is no out there.
We need to get you on some dates.
Everybody out there, I've tried to be out there. It's like the worst people out there.
What is your worst date ever?
Oh. I have a couple.
Just your worst. Like you're absolutely like you came home and you were like, what the fuck was that?
Okay, so this is the only one. This is what pops up to mind right away. But I don't know if it's the worst date, but it's just the one that's just like I just thought about. I went on a date with this one guy, and I was younger, and I think it was like maybe like 19, 20,
Okay.
and he was like 26, 20, like he was older.
Mhm.
And he invited me to BBQs,
Okay.
and I was
No,
like,
I don't like that place. But
I mean, I don't like it at 32. At like 19, I was like
yeah.
thriving.
Mhm.
So, and I had my fake ID, like, oh, I was living life. So I was like, okay, like, let's go out. So we went, had food.
Mhm.
The bill came, and he was like, how do you want to do this? Like, do you want to um, pay for what you got? You want to do it evenly? And I was like, I thought you invited me to come here. He was like, oh. Then he started coming out with like, I ain't got it like that, like rent, this, and that. And I
So
was,
why you invited?
so then I was like, I can give you like $30, but that's all I'm gonna give you. He was like, oh, okay. So then we paid. So then when I was leaving, I was like, I cannot take the public transportation with this man. I was like, I am taking a fucking taxi.
Okay.
So I tried to hail a taxi. This was back in the day. And then he was just trying to get me to go back to his house.
What he said.
He was like, oh, like, you don't want to go back to the house and chill. He was like, he was like, have some bottles. We could hang out. We could like listen to music. We all know that's code word to let's go home and fuck.
Yeah.
And we had never like gotten to that point.
Yeah.
And definitely was not gonna happen after that.
You made me go Dutch.
Yeah. So I was like, no, thank you. I am going to go home. And then I took my cab, and then I was like, you know what? Like, don't call me again.
Did he ever?
He tried, but like, I didn't respond to him.
Yeah, that shit is no. I hope that men nowadays, and that was back when you were 19.
Yeah.
So that was a while ago. But I hope that whoever is listening have higher standards for yourself. Don't let that man trick you into saying the bills are due, the rent is due. I don't give a fuck. You should have never asked me out
Mm-hmm.
if you didn't have it.
Yeah, I had that bad day. I had a lot actually. I kissed many frogs.
Okay.
I'm gonna find my prince
Eventually, yeah.
eventually, but ain't nobody out here.
But if you're not outside or in some type of different,
I want you to break up with your boyfriend, and
I have been there.
I want you to right now take 3 months off and
You
go
tell him that.
and go out and date, and you let me know how that goes.
Tell him that. He's not gonna
Because
let that
we
happen.
all know it was also very difficult for you, and you didn't meet your boyfriend in a conventional out there way.
No.
So
But we need to get you
I think you
outside
need
of
to
the
humble
mask.
yourself. Here's what happens when people get in relationships. They start trying to fix the single.
I never try to fix you.
You guys just saw it.
I said we need to get you out of your house and out of a mask.
Yeah, but what if that's my happiness?
That is your happiness, but I want you
Okay.
to be with a man.
Okay, you just saw it. You guys just saw it on camera. People get in a relationship and they want to fix the single as if the single are broken. And you guys just saw it here
No,
live.
he's not broken.
You guys just saw it here live. It is on video.
Okay,
And
one
this
thing.
is not getting cut out.
When you're home watching The Conjuring with a mask on Saturday night, are you at least going through Hinge or like an app or something?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what matters.
They're not. They're horrible. Also, Hinge, like...
And also, you know what it is? Eka, you don't be FaceTiming these motherfuckers.
But even before I get to FaceTime, like, Hinge changed their thing. I have, like, 5 likes. That's it.
Wait, it's now likes?
Well, like, swipes.
Okay, I was gonna say likes.
You have, like, 5 swipes.
Okay.
And then you just cut off for the rest, unless you pay.
Oh no.
Like, all of these apps, like, gatekeep the good, like, the attractive people until you start paying weekly. And then that's when they, like, bring them out. And there is no guarantee that you're going to find someone because everybody's just like...
Yeah, I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay. So, as of next episode, Marlene is single. And she is going to go out and date. And she's going to come in and report back how
It went.
successful it was. Because in 3 months, she will be married.
Actually, I have an idea.
I'm probably going to say no, but what is it?
I think that you should give me your Hinge or an app, and then I will play Cupid for a week.
Oh, go ahead.
I'll do that. Because we could put you out there. I know that you're putting yourself out there. But we need to get you out of the mask and out of the Conjuring, out of your house.
Okay, well, you guys, we saw it again for the second time. People get in relationships and they want to act brand new and fix the single.
We're not fixing you.
But that's what it comes off as. You guys saw it again twice in the same video.
No, but for 2 months, I was really like not talking to nobody for 2 to 3 months, and it was hard. It was hard because like people just want to be like, oh hey, how's your day? Good, and then that's it. And I'm just like, I'm good on this. I've collected many numbers when I was on Hinge.
Oh, I could if I
It was I have so many numbers and I don't even know who it is.
if I got paid by every number I have, like I wouldn't have to work.
Bueno.
If I got paid for like every text that got returned, I would be broke as fuck.
But on that end, let's end it there before he
Yes.
comes for me.
You guys saw it here.
But we're gonna play Cupid with his Hinge or his apps or some shit.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Spillin the Tea with Estee and Marlene.
Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe on your favorite platform. Bye, guys.